Today we will be going over the main themes that we have come up with for Undertale. In Undertale, there are three main endings: peaceful, genocide, and neutral. To achieve the specific endings, players must either spare all the creatures, kill all the creatures, or kill and spare certain creatures. There are three different perspectives on the game, and all three people have played the game, however, achieving different endings. These themes are friendship, determination, and choice.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I will be explaining why friendship is the main theme. In Undertale, you, the player, can befriend every creature you come across. According to Salen and Zimmerman, characters in games are not just the people that the game is about, but also the people who are making action happen and thus producing different stories. As you befriend the character, you produce a story of peace and friendship through diplomacy rather than fear and creating uprisings to fight the player, compared to the genocide ending.
I'm Derek, and I believe determination is the main theme of Undertale. Something to understand about the genocide ending is that it is just a game and not something that reveals a person's true character. However, to achieve the ending, the player has to fight tons of monsters, and that requires tons of determination. Dodging attacks from every boss fight is not easy and requires a strong mental fortitude. According to Salen and Zimmerman, by aesthetics, we are referring to all aspects of video games that are experienced by the player, whether directly, such as audio and graphics, or indirectly, such as rules. If we are just talking about audio, the music gets very intense in every encounter because it is life or death, in-game of course.
I'm Matt, and it seems to me that choice is the main theme of Undertale. As the player, you can choose whether you become a hero or a villain. You can choose to be peaceful and friendly or tyrannical and powerful in the wrong ways. A quote by Salen and Zimmerman states, "In the third-person perspective, the player watches whatever it is that he controls, which can be an on-screen object, a character, a vehicle, a number of objects, an army of soldiers, a group of villagers, or various settings, such as tax rates or city zoning." Salen and Zimmerman 131. Undertale is also a third-person game when there is no combat or dialogue. Given this choice, the game becomes uncertain as there are many neutral endings depending on who you kill in the game.
Now for the counterpoints.
Going off your quote, Derek, there are times out of combat when the audio is more cheery and calm. Also, it's not as easy as you think it is to befriend all the creatures. Many times you won't get it the first time because of how the game works. Although Matt does bring up a good point that people choose to be a certain way, whether it is genocide or peace or something in between.
I think you have proved my point even more. It's not easy befriending all the monsters that you will have to be determined to keep trying until you get it. Even the game mentions determination as a function. When the player dies and respawns, that is when determination comes into action. The player is determined to restart and try again to beat the game. But like you said, Matt brings up a rather good point.
The aesthetics of Undertale really give off both friendship and determination. Just listening to the soundtrack can invoke some kind of emotion. When it's calm and just listening to the dialogue, it felt like I was making friends, as the character, and when I chose to spare the creature, I befriended it. This gave me more dialogue to read too. I can also see why determination is a main part of the game. But, I also feel like determination is part of almost every game. I guess the same can be said for choice too.
That's all for today. What do you think the main theme of Undertale is?